All right, hello second graders. We are going to complete the 2.3 milestone review sheet for solving addition problems. This is your study sheet for the test, the milestone that we will be having very soon. Please make sure you put your name on it and the date. Today is the 19th. For you, it might be the 20th, okay? All right, so the first problem we're going to solve is 24 plus 47. The directions say find the unknown in the equation. The unknown is just the question mark. All right, we're going to use the number line to justify your solution. So when we look at the two addends, we pick out the one that is the biggest. And since 47 is bigger than 24, we're going to put 47 on the number line first. Then we're done with 47. We're going to look at 24 now to see how many 10s and how many 1s. Miss Peppy drew her cheat sheet, put 24 in it. We can see there are 2 10s in 24 and 4 1s. So I'm going to hop 2 10s. Here's 1 10. And here's the second 10. Now, when we hop from 47 plus a 10, we're going to land on 57. Notice that our 1s stay the same, but our 10 goes up by 1 because we added 10. We're going to do the same thing, 57 plus 10, and we're going to land on 67. Our 1s didn't change. Our 10s went up by 110. All right, so we're done with our 10s. Now we need to look at our 1s. We can see there are 4 1s. So we do little hops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each one of these is adding 1. So we can count starting with 67 to find our answer. 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. And that is our answer. And our number line justifies the solution. All right, so that's number 1. Number 2 is a word problem. So we're going to use the 3-read protocol. So let's read it first to find out what the problem is about. It says, Jason has a scooter that measures 32 inches high. Ethan has a scooter that is 29 inches high. How many inches high do the two scooters measure in all? Choose a strategy to solve the problem. Explain why your strategy works. So what is this about? Well, in read 1, we know that this is about measuring scooters in inches. So I'm going to write measuring scooters in inches. All right, in read 2, we need to look for our quantities. Remember that quantity just means number. All right, so we go back and we read again that Jason has a scooter that measures 32 inches high. So we want to circle 32. That's one of our quantities. And Ethan has a scooter that measures 29 inches high. So that's our second quantity. So then it asks us how many inches high do the two scooters measure in all? So here in read 2, we can write 32 and 29 as our quantities. And then finally, in read 3, we want to know what question are we going to be answering. All right, so we go back to the problem, we look for the question mark, and it says, how many inches high do the two scooter measure in all? In all means add. And we know that we're supposed to be adding because our whole unit is on addition. Okay, so we're going to take that 32 and we're going to add 29. Notice that I stack my numbers and I use my cheat sheet so that I know where my 10s are and where my 1s are. Friends, it says to measure it or to solve it in one strategy, but I'm going to do two. All right, the first strategy I'm going to use is expanded form. For 32, we have 3 10s and 2 1s. 3 10s simply means 10, 20, 30. Or we can just pull our 3 over and add a 0. Our 1s are right here. That's 2 1s. And there we have our equation, 30 plus 2. We do the same thing for 29. We go up to find our 10s column, move it down. We can see we have 2 10s, 10, 20, or we simply just move the 2 over and add a 0. All right, then we look at our 1s, we slide our pencil down, and we see we have 9 1s. All right, now we are ready to add our columns. Okay, and we always start with our 1s. 2 plus 9 is 11. I notice right away that 11 is 2 digits in the 1s column. So that tells me I'm going to have to pull out a 10. But let's do that in just a moment. Here we have 30 plus 20. That is 50. If you're not sure, 3 plus 2 is 5, and then just bring down the 0. To finish this problem off, we're going to take 50, and then we're going to take a look at 11. All right, 11, I put that in my cheat sheet. I can see it's 1 10 and 1 1. So if I add everything up, I get 50 plus 10 is 60, plus 1 is 61. All right, so that's expanded form. The next method I'm going to use, in case you would rather do pictures, is the picture method. I'm going to look at, again, my 10s and 1s. I can see that 32 has 3 10s, and I make my 10s like this, just like a long stick. 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 30. Then I look at my 2s, and I have 1, 2. Or I'm sorry, 2, 2. Bleh. I have 2 1s. All right, so I can check this by saying 10, 20, 30, 31, 32. Now I look at 29. I can see I have 2 10s and I have 9 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so now I'm going to add up my 1s. I'm going to count to see if I can make a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of these can be replaced or can be regrouped as another 10. So I cross these out, and now I have 1 1 left. All right, now I count my 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 60 plus 1 equals 61. Both my answers are the same, so I know I have the right answer. All right, we have one more problem, and it'll be on the back of your paper. And it is a word problem too. So we'll use the 3-read protocol. Read 1, read 2, and read 3. Remember, in read 1, we're just trying to find out what is the problem about. Well, Jade has 46 cents. Sophia has 37 cents. Max says they have 73 cents altogether. Explain why Max is incorrect and how to correct his thinking. All right, so in read 1, we know this is about adding money. All right. We said that Jane has 46 cents. Sophia has 37 cents. So for read 2, we can put these quantities, 46 cents and 37 cents. Okay. Now, Max, he says that they have 73 cents altogether. But when we read this, it says that Max is incorrect. So we know that 73 cents is not the total. All right, so we're not going to include that in our quantities. We're just going to include 46 cents and 37 cents. Okay. Now, third read, we want to go back and see what do we need to do to solve the problem. Well, here it says, explain why Max is incorrect, that 73 cents is not right, and how to correct his thinking. Well, you can simply do that by solving the problem. So we'll solve the problem to prove Max is wrong. In order to do that, we're going to add the two quantities, 46 plus 37. Okay? Now first, just like the other problem, I'm going to use expanded form. I have tens and ones. In the number 46, I have 4 tens. And I have 6 ones. See how I'm spacing my numbers out so when I go to add, I don't get my tens and ones mixed up. Then I look at the other add end, which is 37. I can see it has 3 tens, which is 30, 10, 20, 30, or just move my 3 over and add a 0. And I have 7 ones. Now I'm ready to add my columns. These are my ones, these are my tens. 6 plus 7 is 13. Now I know right away that this number is going to have to change because it should only be 1 digit in my ones column. So I'll have to rewrite 13 and pull that 10 out. But let's do that in a moment. We have 40 plus 30. If I add 4 plus 3, I know that's 7, and I just bring down the 0. 40 plus 30 is 70. All right, so to finish this up, I write my 70 again, and then I look at 13, and I look to see how many tens and how many ones. Well, there's 1 10 and 3 ones. So when I add this up, I get 70 plus 10 is 80. 80 plus 3 is 83. And that's 83 cents. Now, Max said there was 73 cents. What do you think that he did wrong? Well, if he didn't add his 10 or take this 10 and put it here, he would have 73 cents. So what he did, friends, is he didn't regroup. So you could write a sentence like, Max did not include the 10 in 13. That's why he got 73 cents. Okay, friends, that's it. If you can do the 3 problems that I just did, you will do wonderfully on the test. If you have any questions, ask Miss Peppy after you watch the video. Bye for now.